I'm Shannon. I'm the Social Rec Director at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dorchester, and I also run the dance program. And today I'm going to be showing you guys a quick little tap class. For today, the tap class that we're going to be doing, we are not going to use any shoes, just because I know that not everyone has shoes at home with them. And even if you do, we don't want to ruin our floors at home. But I am going to show you guys just what tap shoes look like. So tap shoes are made up of two taps. We have the ball, which is where like your toes are, and then we have the heel, which is where your heel is. And tap shoes can come in different colors. They come in different styles too, so you might even see some people in musicals or on a Broadway show wearing high heel tap shoes. And then they even have tap shoes that are meant for smaller kids. So now that we know the different parts of the tap shoes, we can get started with our beginner's tap class. The first step that we are going to learn today is what we call a shuffle. And it is one of the first steps that you'll learn in any tap class, but it is also one of the most important because the shuffle is what a lot of other steps come off of or are derived from. So for our first step, what we're going to do is we are going to use the ball of our foot. So remember, that's where your toes are. Our heel is not going to touch the floor when we do this. So it's kind of like in ballet when we do things like releve, and your heels stay off the floor, but the ball of your foot stays on it. So for a shuffle, we're going to use one foot. I'm going to use my right leg. I'm going to keep my hands on my hips. I'm going to lift it up behind me. So a shuffle always starts and ends in the air. And what that means is it's starting in the air right now, and when I'm done doing that step, it's going to end exactly where it started. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that foot and I'm going to brush it on the floor. So the only part of my foot that's touching the floor when I brush it is the ball of my foot. So again, I pick it up, I brush the floor, and then I'm going to brush it back again using just the ball of my foot. So the whole time my heel didn't touch the ground. So again, I'm standing up, I lift my leg, I do shuffle and back. And the great thing about a shuffle is you could do this a million times because it's always going to start and end in the air. So along with our shuffles, another important step that we do in tap, which is also included in a lot of other forms of dance, is what we call a ball change. So if you've watched any of my other dance videos, you might have noticed we did it in our jazz dance, we did it in some of our hip-hop dances. So a ball change is kind of one of those steps that you'll see in all forms of dance. But a lot of times it's done with a shuffle in tap. So we're going to do what is called a shuffle ball change. And it is exactly what the title says. We're going to lift our foot up. We're going to do one shuffle. So we do shuffle. And that same foot, so remember it starts and ends in the air when we do a shuffle. That same foot is what we're going to do our ball change with. And just like our shuffle and when we do a ball change in other forms of dance, we're only going to use the ball of our foot. So again, our heels don't touch the ground. I'm going to do ball, change. And I go right back to that same foot. So I can keep doing it again. I can do shuffle, ball, change. And just like with my shuffle, I could keep doing shuffle, ball changes forever and ever and never stop because it's always going to start and end in the air. And the same thing if I did it with the other leg. So if I tried it with my left foot, I would do shuffle, ball, change. The next step that we're going to be learning today is what is called a toe heel. And just like our shuffle, ball, change, the title kind of explains already what we're going to be doing. But this step is another super important step in tap dances. So all we're going to do is, pretending we have our shoes on, we would lift our foot up and push our toe tap onto the ground. Then we're going to drop our heel. So same foot that I just put my toe down, I'm going to drop that heel. And then I'm going to switch feet. So I lift up my foot, drop the toe, and heel. And I could keep doing this forever and ever, just like my shuffle and my shuffle ball change. So it's toe, heel, switch, toe, heel, switch, toe, heel, toe, heel. And the really great thing about the toe heel step is you could do this in a million different ways. So if I was on stage, I could do it just standing still, doing toe, heel, or I could use it to get me to another spot on stage. So you might see someone do like toe, heel, cross, toe, heel, or you might see them walking across the stage doing it. So it's another really important step that you'll see in a million different tap dances. Okay, so now we are going to learn what is called a cramp roll. So the cramp roll is kind of like a cousin to a toe heel because it's just like a little more advanced version of our toe heel step. So if you remember the toe heel, we're just staying on the toe and heel of our feet. And each time we're using the same foot. So when I pick up my toe, I drop my heel, pick up my toe, drop my heel. Now with the cramp roll, we're still using our toe-heel movements, but we're doing it in 4 like broken up parts. So what that'll look like is I'm gonna lift up one foot and hit toe. And instead of dropping my heel down like I would in a toe heel, I'm gonna lift up my other foot and do my toe. So now I'm up in releve. Again, I'm doing toe on one foot and then toe on the other. And then I'm going to do heel on one foot and heel on the other. So I drop and drop. So it's 4 broken down steps where I'm doing right, left, right, left. It's toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel. And just like with our toe heel step, the cramp roll is another step that you can do in a bunch of different ways. So you could do it super, super slow like we were just doing it, toe, toe, heel, heel. Or you could speed it up and do it really, really, really fast. And when you do it in tap shoes, it kind of sounds like a little bit like a horse. Like it does like that, da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-da-dun. But that's another step that you'll see in a bunch of different tap dances, beginners and experts. Because it's just one of those steps that sounds really cool. You can do it in a bunch of different ways, and it's really fun to do. So the last step that we're going to learn today is what we call the buffalo step. And the buffalo step is a little bit more intricate than the other steps that we just learned, but it kind of combines some of the steps that we have already gone over today. So we'll go over it nice and slow, and let's get started. So what we're going to do is, for now, I'm going to keep my hands on my hips, and I'm just going to start with my right leg. So I'm going to jump onto that right leg. So I'm doing fall. Now my left leg is up and bent, so it's ready to do a shuffle. So I'm going to do my shuffle, and remember it starts and ends in the air. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. That same foot that I just did my shuffle on, I'm going to jump onto that foot, and I'm going to cross my other leg in front of it. So let's try it again because I know that was a lot. Remember, I'm starting with my right leg. I'm going to do fall. Now shuffle with my left. Shuffle. Jump onto my left foot and cross. A little bit faster, we do fall, shuffle, and cross. Again, fall, shuffle, cross. Again, fall, shuffle, cross, and fall, shuffle, cross. Just like our toe heel and our shuffle, this is another step that you could just keep doing it endless amounts of times because my foot is ending up in the air. But we'll go over it on our left foot now. So it's the same thing. I'm going to keep my hands on my hips for now. I'm going to start with my left leg this time, and I'm going to fall to the left. So I do fall, shuffle on my right foot, shuffle. Now fall the other way on my right foot and cross my left. Again, we do fall, shuffle, and cross, fall, shuffle, cross, fall, shuffle, cross, fall, shuffle, cross. One really important thing to remember when you're doing the buffalo step is that just like the shuffle and just like our ball change, we only want to use the ball of our foot, which is our toe tap. So the entire time that I'm doing my fall, shuffle, cross, I'm only using my toe tap. My heel taps are not going to touch the ground the whole time because you're going to get like a clearer sound, and it's just going to sound a lot better to the audience. Thanks so much for joining today. I hope you enjoyed our no tap dance class. Make sure that you're also checking out all of our other videos on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure that you're staying safe and healthy, and we can't wait to see you guys soon. Bye!